It's me again, and I'm here to talk about discrimination today. So yeah, it's as of 2011, there were 8.1 million people that belong to minorities, like Asians, Africans, Americans, that kind of thing. It's and being discriminated against isn't an easy thing, and can cause stress levels to rise, as I know that a lot of people do. As I do know that a lot of people seek help for it, but it's a bit like, if we don't know about it, we can't tackle it, kind of thing. So it's like, if you're struggling with stress and all, get help, whether it's discrimination or mental health or whatever. So we're all things like statutes, and which is essentially an act of parliament out there that can help us. But sometimes it can be ineffective. So in a way that discrimination and racism is still going on today. But we aren't quite discriminatory or racist as we were a century ago, let's say. So we do find a lot there's a lot of people out there, and we can get creative in ways we do things and the way we get around things. So on both sides of the argument. But it's just annoying. There's direct discrimination, which is kind of saying it from one person saying something discriminatory to another person who's of a different background to themselves. Indirect is kind of through something else. X is where A says B is someone undesirable and all that, through some social media and all that. But then there's positive discrimination, which is we want this person of this height and this gender, preferably of this religion, to be within this age range, in an ad and all, a job advertisement and all, as they know that they're more suited to the job, while leaving a lot out. In some ways it can be good, as as you get. I'm not I'm not wholly with it. As it is discrimination, and I do want fair inclusion for everyone, being a woman myself. A lot of my two of my coursework assignments last year were on discrimination. One of them was the 1976 Sex Discrimination Act and women in the police force, while second was women in the judiciary. And there's one potential one that's handed in February this upcoming February 2018. That, and one of the options we have for it is cast discrimination. It's like there are acts out there, like I said in one of the titles, like one of the the 1976 Sex Discrimination Act, and there are acts out there. Sorry, I was a little out of it then as my screen just went darker. As like my battery's running out of my tablet and I hate my tablet. And I'm going to kill this charger at some point. So like there are acts out there like the Sex Discrimination Acts, the Disability Discrimination Act works, but like but they weren't seen to be as efficient as like some acts like the Equality Act, which kind of elaborated on more detail of what these acts do, like the previous acts do, and kind of updated them a little bit to these days. So like as the Sex Discrimination Act came out in like the 70s, and so like things have changed between the 1970s and 2010 when the Equality Act 2010 came out, and it's just but even then it's the Equality Act doesn't cover everything. It covers age, gender, sexual orientation, marital status, religion, and like a few other things. But while other people have said that it doesn't go far enough, as it doesn't include caste discrimination. Which caste discrimination is an inherited status that is given to you upon birth. It's Khan kind of derives from it. Because one of the meanings behind the word Khan, H-A-N, is Lord. And then another area of it is Dalit, which is the lowest rank in India. Where caste discrimination is more prevalent. Has it's a bit more, and it's as it's more focused around South Asia, India, that kind of place. But I have known that there has been a caste thing, caste structure for a while, as we did ethics in college, and kind of watched a bit of the video about it, and yeah. Right, and the caste discrimination isn't covered by any UK Act. It's not yet. It's as until recently we haven't exactly experienced it in places like the UK itself. It's even though we did have India and all that, British India. So yeah, it's a bit we can't exactly overcome discrimination till we ourselves overcome it. So once we let go of hate and all that, so we can let go of discrimination and all. It's because yesterday's video was about human rights. I'm sorry that it was uploaded this morning, like early this morning, so like I was a little busy yesterday. So yeah, life is for everyone, not just the select few, and as we all have potential. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna say bye, and I'll see you tomorrow.